let's talk about mortgage rates and where those are heading and how can you get a little bit lower rate. In addition, we're going to go over buyers and what's happening in the buyer's market today.
And then we want to talk about pricing. What is the average house pricing is doing?
Hmm, good thing to know. So,
Welcome to Maximum One Realtor Market Update. My name is Ming Richardson. I'm with Maximum One Team. And
and
he's laughing at me.
he is. And my name is Alan Richardson. I'm with Max One Team as well. And so we just want to kind of jump right into what's going on with mortgage rates here, right?
Yep.
So, the good news is mortgage rates have been moving down. We're going on 5 or 6 weeks where interest rates are continuing to moderate. That being said, are they where we want them to be?
Not quite,
No,
not quite
not
yet.
yet.
But if they are where that we want to be, we'll see a huge influx of buyers because right now we do really have a lot of pent up demands.
Well,
So,
yeah,
but
you're exactly
we
right.
like
Yeah.
the way it's going right now,
It,
which
it,
is just a slowing decline.
well, I mean, we would like to see it more rapid. There's no doubt
Absolutely.
about that. But that being said, it is moving in the right direction. A lot of folks are going to want to say, well, do I wait for rates to come down? If last time rates were in the sevens, if you said I'm going to wait for the rates to get to the low fives, you'd wait 17 years. And so, yeah, we're not in the sevens now. We're in the sixes, and we're moving down towards the mid sixes, hopefully, and maybe even low sixes later in the year. We'd love to see that, but we're moving at a snail's pace, and so you're never going to be able to time the market as well as you're going to get your real value from spending time in the market, right?
So you can delay your wealth building
Yeah.
by waiting for the right moment, but during the meantime, just remember you're paying 100% of someone else's interest.
So please jump out there and get with a mortgage lender. You really need
Absolutely.
to have a mortgage professional who's going to be looking out for your best interest, who's going to help you find not just the best rates, because it may depend on the different programs. They're going to know about the different down payment assistance programs, the different options you have for the different types of loans. You may be a veteran and entitled to a VA loan. You may want to buy rural property and be able to take advantage of a USDA loan, FHA, conventional, but your lenders are going to be the ones who's going to help you with that.
Or there are maybe grants, private grants in certain areas. So, depending on what your need is, you're not going to find this information if you don't pick up the phone
Yeah.
and call a lender and have an honest conversation with them. So, with that said, what we're seeing right now, the credit card debt is hitting all time high.
Huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
So, if you are looking at buying a home, may I ask for you to go ahead and cut the credit card up and start paying on it because your interest rate is based on your credit rating. And one way you can bring your interest rate down is by reducing your debt or have very minimal debt. And that will raise your credit up.
Well, the other thing here is it's going to be about your credit utilization rate.
Correct.
You need to be at under 30% credit utilization. So if you have 10 $10,000 in available credit,
You
and you're using
should be under.
$5,000 of it, you're at 50% credit utilization rate. And so what we're not saying, just don't go get a bunch more credit cards. That's not going to help you either. But you should make sure that you are paying down your debts. We've seen where credit card debt has been rising since 2020. It hit a low in 2021.
That's because we had nowhere to go during
Well,
COVID time. Because if you think
there was
about it,
also a lot of stimulus and things like that going on. But ever since 2021, for the last 4 years, it's gone up every single year.
well, the last 2 year has been climbing really a very steep climb.
Yeah. So we've got to make sure that like nothing is going to take place of paying off your bills. You're going to have to make sure that that's done. And you just like it's just about being smart with your money. In addition to that, carrying credit card debt, they're 20,
No
22,
fun.
25%
They're
interest that you're
high.
carrying. To pay credit card debt at 25%,
Doesn't make
and then turn around and
sense.
be like, I don't know about getting this home loan at 6. Okay, I think we're getting our priorities out of line here. So please pay off your credit
And
card,
what
pay
you
them
need to
down.
think about it is that, if you can just pay the credit card down, look for down payment system that can assist you putting your down payment toward a home. So you can save that money, pay off your credit card, and still have less than
Yeah,
7% on a house mortgage. If I have a choice between 25% versus 7, even though the amount is different, the interest rates still apply and is compounded.
So in the housing market, we have this thing called the singles tax, and basically, if you are
What?
in, yeah, if you are in an apartment, especially alone, meaning you don't have any roommates, that on average will cost you $7,500 per year. That number keeps going up, and so we're seeing where I understand that people want independence and people
And
want to have their own
privacy.
space, and we are definitely biased in this way, but like go buy your home. There's not a big difference there, right? It's so important. Right now, single women especially make up almost 20% of all buyers are single women. 25% of first time buyers are single women. And so if you're going to be, don't go pay the singles tax on renting property.
$7,500. That's quite a bit on the
That can
average.
add up right now because honestly, right now, a record number of buyers are moving into the real estate market. Now, you might say, well, why would you be telling me as a buyer that more
I
people
have
are
more
getting in the market?
competition.
I want you to understand what's really going on. You know, like the number of buyers looking to buy this time of year for the last 6 years was roughly about 10% of our market. Right now, this is 15% of our market is looking at buying right now. And so we know that there's a lot of pent up demand. We've had several years where folks, kind of did this whole, we're going to wait for rates to come down. But we keep telling you, they're not coming down. You know, like this is the normal. This is where they're going to be. And now a lot of folks have just kind of come to that realization that it's not about the rates. It's about, I want to be able to move on with my life. I want to own a home, those kind of things. Now, do you want to keep waiting and competing, or do you want to go ahead and jump into the market? That's really one of the big things right now. 15% are planning, 5% more people are planning on buying in the market, and like when you move into the spring and summer buying seasons,
That's usually the buying season for
we
us.
see in the real estate market, we see more buyers and more transactions, through especially, starting in late spring,
March.
all the way up into summer. But guess what we see happen with prices during that same amount of time? Like there's a bell curve in real estate, right? And so that bell curve, we see prices accelerate up into the summer. And I know that it's very easy to look at a real estate person and say, all you want is a compensation. I'm just telling you straight facts that right now, we're seeing modest property value appreciation. Somewhere in the 3 to 4% range is kind of where we're at right now on overall home values, just generally here in Georgia. But if you wait till the summer and we have a lot more buyers jumping into the market, or if we have interest
Well,
rates
it's a simple
softening even more.
mathematic of supplies and demand. So when the demand's more, the supply is going to go up in price.
Right, and so we're just trying to prepare you. I don't want to get accused of, oh, he just wants to, like it's not about getting you in a house today. It's about understanding, you can buy this house today, or you can buy this house 6 months from now for a lot more money if that's what you're really looking to do. And so I just encourage you to
Well,
start looking at the
it's
market
about
right now.
timing, and,
Yeah.
and not everybody's able to do it. We truly understand, but we just want you to know the seasonality of real estate and when the competitions are high.
Well, the other thing that's happening right now is that the typical home buyer right now is paying 2% under list price. I mean, just average. Redfin did this big survey, and they found out, or analysis, they found out that roughly right now the average buyer is paying 2% under asking price. That's kind of like the normal, and that's nationwide. And so again, another reason for us to be looking at it. See, we're seeing where property value appreciation is normal, right? It's moving into that space where it's just kind of the same pace we had before the pandemic and those kind of things. And it honestly, it's kind of nice to be normal. We're not really used to normal, obviously, but being back to normal is a good thing for us to be.
Absolutely. So about 22.8% of listings all have price cut. Okay. That's huge and I understand that. But at the same time, we have about almost 25% of homes that are selling above the asking price. And what that means is that folks that list their property way too high in the beginning are cutting their price down. But for the folks that are listing property just right or slightly under market value, they're actually getting about 2% increase on their home.
See, that's what's interesting about the market that we're currently in right now. we can have a lot of price reductions because we have some sellers that are listing their house just a little bit too high. But on homes that are in good condition, in good areas, and priced right,
They're selling
they're selling
fast.
quickly. One of Ming's favorite line is
If
if
you sleep on it, you might not sleep in it.
and see, that's the
So
thing. And we are heading towards a more balanced market. We're in a balanced market here in the Atlanta and overall in Georgia, generally speaking. We're on a very balanced market right now, meaning the number of buyers and sellers is getting a lot more even. And so, that being said, good properties, good prices, those are going fast. Don't wait around on those. We are seeing a lot of price reductions. And so, again, we keep talking the same thing. This is a good time to be in the market. I'm not saying it's going to be bad moving into the spring and summer season. I'm saying that if I wanted to buy a home, I would be jumping in right now.
well, it is what it is in the market. We just want you to know the
Yep.
seasonality of real estate, and so when you do get to the the frenzy season, don't be upset with your realtor or real estate agent that you may not get the offer.
Yeah. So we can be of any kind of service to you. Please reach out to any of us here at the Max One team. You can reach us at team@max1partners.com. You can reach us on our main phone number at 678-782-5050.
Or you can visit our website, www.max1partners.com.
Have a great week.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.